Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. And this time we're going to talk about Europa League and, of course, some match and Conference League. And I have to say this thing that Europa League semifinals have definitely have way more shocking results than what you'd expect. You know, in like comparison to the matches of Champions League, and the way things like unfolded yesterday, it was definitely quite surprising, as I said before. And if we have to first talk about the match between, let's just get straight into it. Talking about the match between like Tottenham Hotspur and Bodo Glimt. Okay, so this match, Spurs won 3-1. It was at their home, so definitely they should have won this match, which they did. And it is comparatively definitely way more comfortable, even though they let one goal in from Glimt, and which I think is kind of a kind of a goal which give them some hope, given the fact that next match they have to play in the home of Bodo Glimt. You know, they have to play that match in Norway, and it won't be easy. The kind of extreme conditions where teams play, and at that, like the team like Norwegian teams plays, and it is at that moment. These are the places where that home advantage really is fruitful for teams like Bodo and Spurs. The way they are, the team they are, the way they play, you can just expect them, like it can go anywhere. There's 2 goal deficit. Spurs should definitely be a bit more pragmatic, and they would be good enough to get to the finals, which is a really huge like final and place to go, given the fact the way their season has been. They're currently 16th in Premier League, and they have a next match against West Ham. If they lose the match, they will be 17th. They are pretty, what I can say is like lucky, given the fact all the 3 teams in below them in that situation have been officially relegated, so there's no chance they'll be relegated. But that will be really shameful for a team like Spurs, to be honest. So yeah, but if we talk about this match, Spurs, it's quite easy. I mean, there's nothing more to talk about. Spurs were the dominant one, even though Bodo had more possession, but it was all Spurs game, and yeah, they won. They should be comfortable going to the finals, and let's see if they can lift their trophy in maybe around, I don't know, more than a decade, and first European trophy in 40 years or something. That's pretty insane, but we'll see. The next match, of course, is the most shocking one, which I personally, following Spanish football the way I follow it, I was really shocked and surprised the way it all unfolded in the match between Athletic Club Bilbao and Manchester United. Athletic Club got a red card at 35th minute for Danny Vivian, and after that they just simply collapsed, and it was all United show then till the end of the first half. Second half they played a bit more pragmatic football, but when the first half had a lot of things going on, we have to talk about, there were a lot of players. There were specifically 3 players who really stepped up for United at this moment. Uh, I just cannot put more emphasis on how they really turned the game for them. First one, of course, has to be Bruno Fernandes, aka, well, of course, like Bruno Fernandes in Portuguese. That's how you say his name. Bruno, he's somebody who has been quite consistent for Manchester United. He's definitely a marquee signing, a class signing, the best signing for United post Ferguson era, and he deserves more appreciation than he gets. Even though definitely he has to yet, earn, like, he has to win a lot of big more trophies. He's yet to earn some big like laurels, honors, and all with both Portugal and United. So that is one reason why he doesn't get all the like credit and appreciation he should get. He's quite underappreciated, I consider him quite underappreciated player. And another is Harry Maguire. Man, this guy, I personally like Harry Maguire a lot. He's quite a professional guy. His antics and him as a person, and this match and the performances he has been pulling off for Manchester United in past 2-3 months, I would say, has been quite important and given quite redeeming for him, given the fact the kind of trolls he get. People troll him so bad. I just simply cannot put it, like, explain how much he's been trolled, and a lot of times it's unfair with the player. But still, the guy is professional. He never created a ruckus for United like players like Rashford and Sancho. He went on, played his game, like earned his spot in the team, and now he's giving up banger performances like these. You know. Then, of course, and the third player is Casemiro. Bro, there is something known as European loyalty. Something which Casemiro unfortunately has shown in front of us, specifically like Atletico fans. So who knows it better than us, of course, because he was a part of Real Madrid, and he definitely showed this in this match. And I would say Casemiro also has been quite redeeming himself in terms of his performances, given the kind of stinker of the performances he was giving, like in the start of the season and previous season as well. I would say he definitely is adjusting and working hard to like play some important matches and give some really important performances to United, which he has given in this match. And he should be appreciated for that, man. Of course, as I said, European loyalty, his experience, him being a senior player stepping up, is really the reason why United has won this match away from home at Athletic Club's ground, 3-0. And talking about Athletic Club, I'm really disappointed with the performance, I would say. And that red card is, some people like, it is debatable to some. And I think it was red, so that is my opinion. But other than that, I would say, I feel really sad because Athletic Club is a really passionate club. It has a really amazing fans. The atmosphere was really amazing of this match, and the way the like the expectations was there. Like from the previous season itself, they really were dominating us Atletico. If we talk about Atletico Madrid, but Athletic Club from previous season, I was thinking that they definitely have a chance to go all out for Europa League, which they did. They are in the semi-finals, and I was expecting the way United are playing, they're also around 15th in the Premier League, and Athletic Club is, they are definitely going to get the Champions League spot, given the fact it's almost certain that Spain might get that fifth position. So, like the way they are playing in the league as well, I expected way better from them. I know the red card also changes the scenario, and there were two quick goals after the red card. The team really, got shaken a bit a lot, and they couldn't recover from that. And second half definitely wasn't that much to do. Um, like they have definitely talented players, and the team, who always rely on homegrown players, contributing so much to the Spanish national team. It is amazing what they're doing, what they have achieved. The team they have currently is definitely the best team since probably 1980s, given the fact that was the decade where they last won their La Liga. And it is really unfortunate how it is. I mean, I feel sad. Let's hope they get some redemption in the second leg at Old Trafford. Though it's really difficult for them to win. At max, they might pull off a 2-1 win, which also, I mean, it's just me hoping for some things for the fan to have, because I was really feeling sad for the fans of Athletic Club, because as I said, I've closely watched them play. They're a really good team. They're really amazing fans. Really good players. Really good working, and such a nice club. But yeah, that's not something which decides whether you will go to the finals or not. So yeah, it all depends. Comes down to that performance which you give, right? So yeah. After that, talking about the UEFA Conference League, Chelsea won their match 4-1 against a club named by Jugarden. I mean, this is the first time I've seen a club like that name, and it is a Swedish club. So yeah, but it was quite obvious. I mean, Chelsea should have won, and they did. And there's nothing more to talk about. We'll talk more about in the Conference League final, because that will be interesting, because the other side of the semi-final was between Real Betis and Fiorentina. I have a prediction that whosoever goes to the final from this batch of Real Betis and Fiorentina match will be the one lifting the trophy. They'll defeat Chelsea, given the fact that the way Chelsea plays and all. And talk about redemption. There's Antony, who scored the second goal for Real Betis. The guy has been really good, playing for Real Betis. Like he has got back his form, which he needed the most. I just Real Betis. It was at the home again. Another European match, semi-final happening in Spain. You know, uh, I think Fiorentina would also like to, they still have a chance. They can salvage hope from this result, because and Fiorentina would be looking for their third consecutive Conference League finals, whereas Real Betis would also be looking for their probably the first major European trophy which they can have. The kind of team they have, the way their form is in La Liga, it's pretty insane. They're the best team in La Liga in terms of form in 2025 after Barcelona. So it really tells something. Them getting Antony on loan was really important, and Isco have been on fire, man. Another Real Madrid legend, I would say. Uh, so yeah, let's see what happens in the second leg of this match as well. Uh, yeah, let's see how it is gonna unfold. Both the Europa League and Conference Leagues final, how it's gonna be. See, from what it looks like, Europa League final will be an all-English final between Spurs and Man United, and I think it's a way more historic final for Spurs than it is for Man United, and way more important. Well, it is important for both. The stakes are quite high for both of the teams. Same is for Conference League, I'd say, because Chelsea, there's a chance they might miss from the Champions League spot, and if by chance they finish seventh in Premier League, then it is a must-win match for them, that Conference League, because if they win that, they'll get into Europa, or else they'll again be back in Conference League, which for them in longer run is quite detrimental. And as I'd already explained, the situation and stakes of Real Betis and Fiorentina, what it is. So yeah, that is it for all these four matches of semi-finals of European Conference League. I hope you like this video. Please, thanks for watching till the end. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more to my channel. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.